Bruno here for Crossroads Guitar Center, and welcome to today's class on playing open string major chords. Today I'm going to be showing you 7 different major chords and a few exercises to help you memorize them and help you learn them. So let's jump right into it, and we're going to start with the C major chord, and that's going to sound like this. And that's basically played with your third finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, your second finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, the 3rd string open, means there's no fingers on there, the 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and the 1st string open, again, no fingers on it. And you strum 5 strings, and that sounds like this. C major. The next chord is going to be D major, and that sounds like this. And that's played with the 4th string open, nothing on it, 1st finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and that sounds like this. One is E major, and that sounds like this. And that's played with the 6th string open, no fingers on it. 5th string has your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret. The 4th string has your 2nd finger on the 4th string. Your 1st finger is on the 1st fret of the 3rd string, and the 2nd string and 1st string are open with no fingers on it, and that sounds like this. E major. The next one's F major. Now this one might be a little bit tricky for some people because you have to cover 2 strings with 1 finger, and that's a term known as barring. Anytime you play 2 or more strings with 1 finger, that's called barring. So the way you're going to do this is you're going to make sure your finger does one of these. So you're going to kind of have to slope it that way. And you're going to put that on the 1st and 2nd strings of the 1st fret. Then you're going to add the 2nd finger to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and your 3rd finger to the 3rd fret of the 4th string, and you strum 4 strings. That sounds like that. That's F major. If you're having trouble getting that barring and keeping your finger down, a good exercise you can do is just kind of make that slope and just play 2 strings. Go as far as you can at the neck and try to get each note to ring out clearly. Once you do that, then you add the next note. Go as far as you can, and finally add the last note from the F chord. So you get this. Now the G chord sounds like this, and that's played with your pinky on the 1st string 3rd fret, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, all 3 of them open. And you strum all 6, and that sounds like this. The next one's A major, and that's played with the 5th string open. Then you have your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and your pinky on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, and the 1st string is open with no fingers, and you strum 5. Sounds like that, A major. Now if we keep that shape down, we slide over 2 frets, and then we put our 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, that creates a B major chord. Sounds like that. So the B major chord is your 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, your pinky on the 4th fret of the 2nd string, and your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. And you strum 4 strings. It sounds like that. So now that we have the 7 chords, I'm going to show you some quick and simple exercises to help you memorize them. So the first exercise is going to be C major, going to F major, back to C major, to G major, back to C major. And we're going to give each chord 4 strums. So it's going to sound like this. C, that over and over, that'll help you memorize the chords, and so you can learn the next ones. So the next example is going to go G major, C major, G major, D major, and C major. It's going to sound like this. G, C, back to G, D, back to G. Our next example is going to be D major, G major, D major, A major, and D major. It's going to sound like this. D, G, A major, back to D major. Our next example is going to be A major, D major, A major, E major, A major. A, next example is going to be E major, A major, E major, B major, E major. So E major, A major, back to E major, then B major, back to E major. The last example is going to use all 7 chords. It's going to be F major to C major to G major to D major to A major to E major to B major, and we'll end it off on the E major. It's going to sound like this: F, C, G, D, A, E, B, and back to E. Now, if you're having trouble going between any 2 specific chords, in this case I'm going to use C and G as an example, here's a quick way that can help you eliminate the gap in between chords. So the first thing you want to do is you let it ring out for 4 counts. So every 4 you're going to strike it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So do that over and over until the movement gets a little easier. Then you're going to strike it every second count. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You do that until it gets comfortable, and then you're going to do every count. So you're going to get a change in every beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you have it. The 7 basic open string major chords. Have fun, happy picking, and we'll see you in the next class at Crossroads Guitar Center.